Blake, I have to ask you, it's a burning question. Are you a virgin? If you had to estimate, what would be your blood alcohol content right now?
I don't really know the numbers, but probably like a like a .02. No point. I don't know.
That's legally drunk for a baby.
Well, legally drunk is basically I've drunk probably like 8 to 9 beers. I mean, I can still hit the ball, but it's kind of hard.
Well, that's what the All-Star Game is all about. Right, well, I want to thank you for. I want to thank you. Chill. You don't know me that well.
Yeah,
I want to thank you for coming today. You guys performed well. Are you ready for the All-Star Game?
Let's get this shit rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 Has-Been Wiffle Ball League All-Star Game. It's almost been an entire year since this game was actually played. Might as well post it now. Some different rules for this game. Instead of 3-man teams, it's 5-man teams. Outs are made at first. There's 6 innings, 3 outs, and the winning team gets the home option for the World Series as if it actually mattered. Tommy McDowell on the mound for the North, trying to settle in, gets a slider in there for a strike. Connor Hilliard leading off for the South. Later in the count, Ty's going to throw a slider that does not hit the plate, and Connor draws a walk. Man on first for the South as Sam Bennett draws one down the line, and Frodo cannot handle the ground ball. It'll be an E5, and there's runners on first and second for the South. That'll bring up Kyle Cook, who strikes out on a slider just outside of the zone. Next up is the cleanup hitter, Mitch Sutherland, who gets into a 2-strike count, and Ty hits the inside part of the zone with a slider, which will give 2 outs. Next up is Blake Cowart, very dangerous hitter, and he sends one over the left center field wall for a 3-run home run and gives the South a 3-0 lead in the All-Star game. Ty cannot believe it. He's staring where the ball went out as if it can come back, and he can rectify that absolutely terrible pitch that lost his team the lead. South is all excited. Let's get another look at this home run. Just a screwball that caught way too much of the plate. And Blake just pieces it up, sends over the left center field fence. Teammates can't believe it. Ty can't believe it. Gets hit right in the butt there with the ball from the stands. That'll bring up Connor. He's going to ground out to first. And that'll send us to the bottom of the first with the South All-Stars up 3-0. Connor Hilliard on the mound for the South. Will Brisk leading off. Connor's going to try to settle in here, get some early outs, and strikes out Will Brisk right there. That'll bring up Cameron Vereen, the second batter of the bottom half. Another strikeout from Connor Hilliard. Here comes Haven, Frodo, McMillan. Clearly upset with his performance right there. Connor strikes out the side in the bottom of the first. And here we go to the top of the second. Ty McDowell still on the mound. Sam Bennett up to the plate. He's going to try to come here with a high drop. Sam hits it off the handle and hits it just over the right field wall, giving the South All-Stars a 4-0 lead. That's now 6 batters that the pitcher has faced and 2 home runs given up. Sam's dapping up the fans in the left corner, jumping up, celebrating with the homies. And Ty's really struggling to get hitters out here in the top of the second. He's going to throw a slider right there. It completely misses his own and hits Kyle in the knee. So Kyle gears up, gets ready for the next pitch. It's a high fastball. He sends directly over the house.
Oh my God!
What a pimp job. Absolutely baller move by Kyle right there. He's going to do a cartwheel on the way to second. He's going to do a cartwheel exiting second. Displays a little piece of his penis there. Not much you could see, but I covered it up anyway. He's jumping up at home plate, very stoked. South has a 5-0 lead. Here's a replay sends the ball directly over the house. Just a high fastball that was center cut, and he did not miss that. Pitcher substitution right here. And oh my gosh! Gage Cower absolutely slaps Mitch Sutherland directly in the mouth with his first pitch of the ball game. What a way to enter the game. Eventually gets Mitch to ground out. Ty's now in the infield, is way too excited about getting one out, but hey, at least it's not a home run. Blake Cower draws a walk. We'll have one out, one runner on. Connor Hilliard strikes out there to make it 2 outs. And that'll bring up Sam Bennett, who homered earlier in the inning. And he's going to strike out as well. Throw the bat up. Almost hits his buddy sitting on the truck waiting. That'll send us to the bottom of the second. Connor Hilliard still on the mound. Who's going to give up a leadoff walk to Gage right here. Just look how tuned in Connor is right here. Listen to this. Bad company. Anyway, gives up another walk. Runners on first and second. 0 outs for the North All-Stars. This is exactly the situation they need as Will Brisk lines one off the fence. Gage Cowart's rounding third. He's coming home. The throw's to third. Over Sam's head, but he gets locked up in the tents over on the third baseline, and Ty cannot advance to score. Gage is hyped up, and Will Brisk gets an RBI. That'll bring up Cameron Vereen with no outs. Runners on second and third, but he cannot put it in play. Strikes out there for the first out at the bottom half of the inning. And that'll bring up Haven McMillan, who gets 2 strikes on him and strikes out. So that's now 2 outs with runners on second and third. The North really needs these runs. Let's see if Gage Cowart can come through. He's going to take a pitch there, get into a full count with Connor, and take ball 4. It's now bases loaded, 2 outs, with Ty McDowell up to the plate. He lets you know how he's feeling right there. He's scared, shaking to the bone. Let's watch this at-bat develop. Strike 1, beautiful drop by Connor Hilliard. He had no chance there. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. Ty chases the outside pitch and puts himself in a really big hole here. Connor's about to throw another pitch, but Ty needed to collect his thoughts. He's doing whatever dance move that is. I think that's illegal in a few states. Would not recommend trying to replicate that, folks. It's pretty dangerous right there. Here comes the next pitch. And Ty barely avoids swinging right there. He knows he wants it. He's going to take a second, throw some balls back. As long as he doesn't have to get in there and hit the ball. Counts 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, curve ball. Ty starts to swing, ends up bouncing off his arm. Now the count's 2-2. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Shake your caps, folks, because the deuces are wild as hell right now. And Connor strikes him out. Ty's pissed off. A beautiful drop there from Connor Hilliard. Gets the South out of the jam with a 5-1 lead going to the top of the third. Here we go. Gage Cowart on the mound. Still striking folks out. Gets Kyle there on a high drop. That'll bring up Mitch Sutherland, who's going to strike out. The inside slider ties him up right there. Here comes Blake Cowart, who homered earlier in the game. He's going to strike out as well. I'll tell you what, if Gage would have started the game, the North might actually have a chance at winning this thing. Here we go. Bottom of the third. Will Brisk at the dish. Blake Cowart gives up a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Cameron Vereen, the number 2 batter. Against Blake Cowart here, 5-1 South. And he's going to strike out Cameron on a beautiful inside slider who just catches the zone. Here's Haven McMillan, who's going to hit a ball up the middle. Will's going to try to advance to third. Here comes the throw to third. Oh, it's just wide, and Will's going to make it all the way to home to score as Haven advances to second. And now the South only have a 5-2 lead. The North is really lumberjacking, trying to get anything they can to keep themselves in this game. Gage Cowart up to the plate, who's going to watch a beautiful slider hit right in the middle of the strike zone. Now there's 2 outs, man on second. That'll bring back up the least clutch player on the team, Ty McDowell, who's going to strike out an absolutely terrible pitch. He's pissed off, as he should be, because he's now cost his team about 4 or 5 runs. Probably more than that, honestly. But here we go, nonetheless, at the top of the 4th. It's Connor Hilliard pops one up, straight back to the pitcher. Gage takes care of that. 1 out in the inning. They throw it around. That'll bring up Sam Bennett, who besides the home run has had a pretty frustrating day at the plate, especially with Gage Cowart on the mound. Here we go, 2 strikes. Swings at a pitch outside the zone, throws the bat up. Listen to what he says right here.
myself I saw it, and I fucking swung.
Great analysis right there from Sam Bennett. He knows exactly what he did in order to fix the problem. Kyle Cook swinging and missing. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Tell you what, Gage Cowart has really thrown the ball well since coming in relief in the second inning. Will Brisk up at the dish. Blake Cowart strikes him out on a screwball. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Cameron Vereen. Cameron has struck out in every at-bat so far, besides a walk. He's going to take a walk right there. Now the number 3 hole hitter, Haven McMillan, up. Had an RBI his last time at the plate. He's going to watch that for ball 4. Now runners at first and second with 1 out for the North. That'll bring up Gage Cowart, who draws a full count and ends up taking yet another walk. So now the bases are loaded yet again for the North All-Stars. But here we go with the least clutch player on the team, Ty McDowell. He's going to take a walk. Actually get an RBI right there. That's what I'm talking about. That'll make the lead 5-3 in a huge situation for the North All-Stars. They can really change the game right here with one swing. Connor Hilliard gets back on the mound and makes Will ground to third, but Sam Bennett's going to pick it up and hit Haven right in his legs. What a small target to hit, as Haven is not the biggest man out there, but you know what he plays with? Heart. He plays with full heart. Kyle's in the outfield moaning. It's 5-3 with 2 outs. Cameron hits a ball down the line, but it's just foul. Just a few inches left, and the game could be completely changed. But the ball is foul. Cameron's back up ready to hit and strikes out on a drop that just hits the outside corner, and South gets out of the jam yet again. So here we go, top 5 no outs. Gage Cowart on the mound. You know what that means. He's bringing the heat. Not this time, though, because he walks Mitch. That'll bring up Blake Cowart, who upon recording this video actually found out that he was told by his teammates not to swing until 2 strikes. Well, you see where that got him. He strikes out right there on a high drop. You could hear the disgust from his teammates right there. That'll bring up Connor Hilliard with 1 out, 1 man on, and he is going to draw a walk. So runners on first and second for the South All-Stars, looking to add on to their lead and give some insurance to their relief pitchers. Sam Bennett watches strike 3 right there, which will give the North All-Stars 2 outs. Kyle Cook going with a scare tactic here, flipping off the pitcher until he delivers the pitch, and he strikes out. He's pissed off. He throws the bat to the neighboring county. And here it is, folks. Bottom of the 5th, only 6 more outs left for the North to try to attack this lead. Blake Cowart coming in hot early with a high slider that gets Haven McMillan to swing and miss. That'll bring up Blake's brother, Gage Cowart, who just watches that underhanded screwball. It was an absolutely sick pitch. Here we go. Ty McDowell back up to the plate. He's going to draw a walk. Walks and strikeouts from Ty only. Will Brisk now up to the plate with 2 outs, runner on first, and he's swinging and missing. 3 outs left for the North. But the South is going to get yet another chance to the dish. Here's Mitch Sutherland up to bat. He's going to swing and miss. Gage Cowart with yet another strikeout. That'll bring his brother Blake up, who's also going to strike out. Gage has really racked up the strikeouts here since he's come in relief. He's kept them in the game and honestly given them a chance to win. He's going to strike out Connor right there. An absolutely disgusting drop. And now here's where champions are made, folks. Bottom of the 6th. The North needs 2 runs. Kyle Cook is in to close the game, and he walks Cameron Vereen. So the South talks about it, and they decide, you know what, Kyle, it's probably not best for you to pitch. Kind of suck ass. So here comes Haven. Mitch Sutherland on the mound, and he walks him in 4 pitches. They say, you know what, Mitch? You get off the mound. Runners on first and second. Gage Cowart up to bat, and Connor walks Gage. So now 3 different pitchers for the South, and they say, you know what, screw it. Let's go back to Blake. Least clutch player on the team, Ty McDowell up to the plate, and he strikes out yet again with the bases loaded. My Lord, you suck. God, you are awful. That'll bring Will Brisk up to the plate. He swings and misses, gets himself in a 2-strike count. Everyone in outfield's clapping. They know what's about to happen, and he strikes out right there. So the North is down to their final out. Bases loaded, 5-3. They bring in Sam Bennett to try to close the game. Hadn't thrown a pitch all game, but they said, you know what? Screw it. We're going with what we think is best. Came in trying to extend the count here, give his team any hope of winning this game. Look at Connor rushing up. He's ready to get this game over, but he misses the zone. He's got to throw a strike. He's got to throw a strike. Here we go. A little journey in the background. And that's the game, folks. There we go. 5-3. South All-Stars win over the North All-Stars. Home runs from Blake Cowart, Sam Bennett, and Kyle Cook propel the South over the North. Ty McDowell gives up all 5 runs in the first 2 innings. And upon entering the game, Gage Cowart comes in and throws 10 strikeouts to really keep the North in this game, but it was not enough to give them the win. Thank you all for watching. If you want us to make any more wiffle ball videos, just let us know. We got the itch to play. And, you know, if you give us the itch to record, make some videos, we'll do it. So thank you all again for watching, and have a great rest of your day or evening.